Hi everybody, Ebeez here and welcome to today's video. Today's video we're going to carry on with our GWAMM, which is short, for those that don't know, short for God Walking Amongst Mere Mortals. So we'll see how we go. Let's log into our gorgeous account that has no titles at all. It's not our main account. But nevertheless, it is the account that we're going to go for GWAMM on. And again, I'm just shocked at the amount of awesome people that are playing this game in 2024. I played it from 2005 till 2012 and then called it a day and moved on and tried to fall in love with so many other games. Just nothing cuts it, so hey, why not come back to it? So this is where I am. I've had quite a few different random comments that I'll try and address in this video. I'll try and play and talk, something that's a bit of a challenge for me. But nevertheless, we'll give it a go. First random comment was, you really do hate Guild Wars 2. No, I don't hate Guild Wars 2. I'm not one of these hater people. I was just extremely disappointed with Guild Wars 2. When you think that Guild Wars 1 was 2004-2005, Guild Wars 2 was 2012. And I've said it a billion times and I'll keep saying it. To me, Guild Wars 2 was just a reskin of Ion. And you know, the original devs were under that much pressure. Oh, you can't jump. Oh, you can't swim. Who cared? Guild Wars 1, you get to have up to 7 companions, 8 party members. You got to customise them, you got to rune them, you got to skill equip them. So cool. Guild Wars 2 came out. Yeah. None of that. And it was like, oh, okay. Alright. Just, you know, I mean, not only that, I mean, Guild Wars 1, for the time that it was made, the graphics was simply stunning. I know they've aged, I grant you that. They're not, you know, stunning anymore, if you like, although they are still to me. But I'm one of these that just loves the whole Guild Wars 1 thing. The gameplay style. I love the fact that, you know, levels really don't matter. It's not about the level. I love the fact that it was one of the first games ever that introduced horizontal progression. I love that it was so different to World of Warcraft and yet in so many ways so superior. And I loved that ArenaNet, the game developer, didn't force things on you. So if you wanted to go for Legendary Defender of Ascalon, you could do, which is what we're doing here. Although it has changed incredibly, it's nowhere near as valuable and as bragging rightish as it used to be, because it's so much more easier today to be able to get the title, whereas back in the day you had to waste hours of your life death leveling, and if you saw somebody with out in the open world with a Legendary Defender of Ascalon, wow, you know, you immediately had a lot of respect for them, or you felt very sad that they'd pissed away hours of their lives getting a title, you know, spending real world life that they'd never get back. But nevertheless, I mean, I'm just enjoying the pants out of it. I'm not going to... It's probably about 30 hours now of gameplay to grab your first title. And only Prophecy's characters have access to this title. So if you start your character in Factions or Nightfall, well, you're stuffed. Only a Prophecy's character can have Legendary Defender of Ascalon. So that's kind of another reason to do it in 2024. And as it's the first title available to us, we need 30 max titles to obtain God Walking Amongst Mere Mortals. And it's still a great title to have today. It shows your dedication and commitment to the game. And unlike Guild Wars 2, which to me is just a mess, an absolute mess. They've added that much tough stuff to it now. It's all out of sync, it's all over the place. Guild Wars 1 is highly playable / replayable, and it's a fairly straightforward story, irrespective of which campaign you're starting, and which campaign you hope to end up in. We're starting off in Prophecies. Of course, today there's many options, especially with mercenaries and all sorts of cool stuff in Guild Wars 1. This account has 2 collector's editions on it. It has both the Factions and the Nightfall collector's edition. It doesn't have the Prophecies, because even I wouldn't spend that sort of money on a 20-year plus game. I think you'd have to be uber dedicated. It still goes for silly money on eBay, and it is silly money as well. But if you have purchased it, or and it's your thing, well, knock yourself out. Me, well, I value my time and my money too much to be spending that sort of dollar on an old game. But anyway, that's just me. What do I know? So hopefully that's answered your first question. No, I don't hate Guild Wars 2. I just don't think it's ever gonna be the game that Guild Wars 1 is to certain players. To the majority of the player base, it's probably fine. No problems at all. But to me, a hardened, avid Guild Wars 1 player, well, I'm better off sticking with Guild Wars 1. Even though I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. I mean, there's just nothing that's ever going to replace my beloved Guild Wars 1. And believe you me, many a software company have tried. Others have come close. I do like SWTOR, I do like Guild Wars 2. There's plenty of other MMORPGs that I've tried over the years. They just don't hold the special feeling and memories that Guild Wars 1 holds for me personally. So it's starting to gain traction again, and I see there's a lot more YouTubers doing Guild Wars 1 content. Whenever I log into the game, I see a lot of players around, which is very heartening. And I think to myself, well, why not just enjoy the game that started it all for me? So hopefully that answers your question regarding Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2, as I say, is a fine game. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not Guild Wars 1, is it? Okay, next comment. Why are you on CachyOS? Well, so far the journey's gone from my beloved MX Linux to Linux Mint to Zorin OS to CachyOS. Is it going to stop there? Well, I sincerely hope so. But there's nothing to say that I won't go to Slackware or to Gen 2 Linux or even Linux from scratch. There's nothing to guarantee that. However, At this moment in time when I'm making this video, I am very, very happy with CachyOS. Yes, I know it's Arch based, but it's a rolling release, so I've never got to install it again, have I? You know, if a new version comes out, well, it doesn't matter, it's a rolling release, it'll just upgrade. You can't really do that with Debian or Ubuntu based systems. You've got to start again from scratch. So it's almost follows the Windows ethos there. New version of Windows comes out, well, you know, you can upgrade, but you're better off to do a fresh install and start from scratch. I just didn't want to start from scratch. Also, don't get me wrong, I'm very, very happy. I love MX Linux. It's still my distribution of choice for everybody, despite certain YouTubers doing really stupid shit videos on it. But anyway, I'm sure people have said that about stupid shit videos I've done. We all do them, I guess. So, CachyOS, I'm excited because it's not just for gamers. It's for people who want to use the computers. Having said that, it is Arch based. An Arch base means two things. You do need a little bit of knowledge as to how Arch Linux works. I don't care what anybody says. CachyOS remove and negate, oh bugger, a lot of the stuff that you need to know. But nevertheless, you do still need to know how to fix it if it busts. And Arch is known for busting, because it's bleeding cutting edge. So, you know, new packages are going to come out. I'm hoping that the CachyOS team are better than the Manjaro team in that they do test stuff. And so far, it seems to be really, really good. But as the saying Stingray, anything can happen in the next half hour. Now, if CachyOS busts, I've basically got two options. Yes, the third option is I could fix CachyOS. Probably my toys will come out the pram, and I'll either go back to my beloved MX Linux and reset everything up on that, or I'll do a full install of Gen 2 Linux. Don't really want to go to Gen 2 if I can help it, because I'd rather spend my time enjoying my gaming rather than having to do Linux shit in the terminal, if you want me to be quite frank and honest. But let's hope it doesn't come to that. Let's hope that I can stay on CachyOS, and this time next year I'm still on the CachyOS and it's terrific. That's the plan. However, you know, in the past, Arch Linux has been nothing but a butt ton of misery and fail, and it doesn't matter whether it's Manjaro fucking it up, or whether it's Arch fucking it up, or whether it's Nvidia fucking it up. It always seems to, for whatever reason, fuck up. So, I'm going to give CachyOS the benefit of the doubt, and we'll see how it goes. So, I'm going to crack on with this and get this done. I just thought I'd check in with you all. I've no intentions, without a genuinely good reason, of moving off CachyOS, just so you all know. This black bear's going to get it. You don't realise it's up against an elementalist. An elementalist's rock. So there you go. Anyway, I hope that's answered some of your questions. The American truck, the farming, that's all coming along beautifully. I'm absolutely loving my Guild Wars 1 again. Kind of disappearing into Guild Wars 1 American truck. The YouTube will settle down. I just hope and pray that CachyOS gives us that opportunity. I do plan on doing some more tutorial videos on CachyOS, because I think out the box it's it's a little hidden treasure trove. I think there's so much that you can do to and with CachyOS that, unless you read the wiki and go through the topics, which a lot of people will not, will make great video content, which I'm sure an awful lot of you will benefit from. So there you go, everybody. I'm going to end the video here. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Thumb the videos up if you love them, down if you hate them. Thank you so much for your continued support. I will see you for another wicked Broken Ebeez video.